Open Ironwoman final on the line.
Yeah, thanks for that, Kurt. Fantastic job from the Mulholland family. It'll be good to see if they have a hit around with the Newport Open Taplin. That's definitely going to be one to watch. But in the water now, we do have the Open Ironwoman final on screen there. Newport competitor, that must be
Maddie Spencer. Yeah. Wow, Jess, what a morning it's been so far.
Oh,
electric.
Hasn't it been some great racing? Just goes to show that even in the flat conditions, you just never know what's going to happen. There has been fantastic sportsmanship out here at the New South Wales State Championships, all thanks to your local club. So couldn't be here without the support of Swansea Belmont, all the officials, the competitors, and everyone for getting down here to spectate.
Well, a heck of a lineup here in the Open Ironwoman final. There's some repeat efforts here. From left to right, Maggie Scott from Allura, Alex Budd from North Cronulla, Elisa Pearce from Wanda, Naomi Scott from Manly, you just saw her win the under-19s, Hayley Lane from North Cronulla, Daniel Gowan from Allura, Lizzie Wellborn from North Bondi, got a bit of class in this field right now. Kira Warren from Wanda, Emily Doyle from Newport, another under-19 competitor, Nicola Owen, who came burning home in that race. That was crazy finish. Taylor Pescara from Manly, Brittany Pearce from Wanda, Gemma Smith from Umina, probably the fastest ski paddler in the field. Let's see if she can get an advantage here. What are you seeing, Jess, right now?
On screen there, you can see that must be the competitor from North Bondi. That's Lizzie Wellborn. She's had a fantastic start, but on that pink ski from Umina, that's Gemma Smith. Now, she's definitely one to watch here. She placed third in this event last year, and she does have a very strong ski leg. She had a fantastic Ocean 6, so she's putting on a bit of a show here for the girls. She came away with a win in the ski race today, so it's perfect conditions for her to have this ski leg first, but still powering on. You've got Maddie Spencer on the inside there, girl from Cronulla coming through there as well, and Lizzie Wellborn on the outside on that yellow ski, but it's still out in front on the pink ski. The girl from Umina, Gemma Smith, she's definitely going to be one to watch in this Open Women's Ironwoman.
Yeah, it's always amazes me, Jess, the boldness of people who go to the lead in the first leg of an iron. It's a really, really tough call. A lot of the greatest races tend not to worry too much about the lead in the first leg, and they'll just kind of like just establish a situation and then go 100% at some other point and get a lead and break people. But here, Gemma Smith's just gone, nah, I'm going there right now, and I've got the guts, I guess. She's feeling like she's going to have the juice in the swim leg to keep everyone away.
Yeah, she's definitely a very headstrong competitor, so she's not in this race to dilly-dally, and she knows that that ski leg is so strong, so she's wanting to get a lead out in front, and hopefully she can hold it. She does have a lot of great competitors behind her. Lizzie Wellborn does have a fantastic board paddle, and Maddie Spencer's an overall great competitor, very strong swim leg, so she definitely wants to get a lead out in this ski leg, but it is interesting to see that she is really going for it. She must be feeling nice and fit, so it'll be interesting to see how she goes in the next two legs. But look at this lead from Gemma Smith.
Wow, she's just bolted away here, Gemma, just leaning right into this, and I guess she's feeling like you get a wave or two on people here in the ski leg, it's going to be really hard to peg her back. She does have her own wave here, and she's just skating away here. Gemma Smith from Umina. Jess, do you reckon that, like, given where Umina is and the kind of surf it commonly gets, you know, the kind of situation of Umina Beach, do you think that it's an advantage to Gemma? Because today, Blacksmith looks a lot like Umina Beach.
Absolutely, it's very similar conditions. So she's definitely an advantage there, and she does have a very strong swim leg with a pool rescue background, so going into this should be feeling quite confident. She's still looking very strong and powerful. There was nice high knees there getting through that little bit of a shore dump, but wow, she has put on quite a lead, and that's Lizzie Wellborn from North Bondi in 2, Maddie Spencer in 3. She's just missed the goggles there, so it's going to slow her down a little bit so she can get on her head, but the girls all going in quite spread out compared to the other races that we've seen earlier today.
Totally is. I guess that incredible ski leg by Gemma Smith broke it up a bit. You can see, I think that's Carla Papak from Cronulla just jumping onto Maddie Spencer's wash there, and I guess trying to stick it in there and hold in there and try for a silver right at this point, because it's going to be pretty hard to pull back Gemma Smith. Maybe she'll slip up at some point, but you can't really see it at the moment.
You can't see it at all. She's got that 6-speed kick going. She She sees the finishing line already, I think, and she's going for it. It's great to see. She's got her head down, bum up, and she's kicking on. And they do have a very good tackling team, the U-minor team as well, coming into the next race. So it'll be good for her to hopefully get a bit of a lead so she can cruise around a bit in that board leg and then see what happens in the tackling. But Gemma Smith, wow, she's putting on such a show here. Still in second there, you've got North Bondi, that's Lizzie Wellborn, and in 3, Maddie Spencer. Last year's results, just reflecting back on them, we had Georgia Miller from the Newport Club. She's headed back up to Queensland now, so Lizzie Wellborn second last year from North Bondi, so she's probably sitting back there thinking she wants a bit of a taste of the gold this year, and Gemma Smith last year in 3, so the girls are very similar to the competitors that we had last year, but a little bit of a mix-up here, and I think the order definitely shakes things up.
It really does, and you can see there, like the pack back there, fighting to try to get to Lizzie Wellborn in second is pretty thick. There's a couple of Wanda competitors in there. There's Carla Papak from Cronulla. There's I think Emily Doyle from Newport also.
Possibly even the light blue cap Manly, that must be Taylor Piskaric.
Maybe Naomi Scott there, just kind of trying to show up again.
Possibly, she's got a very strong swim leg, so actually I think that's her turning the red and yellow can there, so must be Taylor Piskaric going up there, and she's having a fantastic race. I think she was off injured at the beginning of the season for the Ocean Six, but had a great round the last round, but still out in front. She's got about three cans on them. That's Gemma Smith from U-minor, still powering on. She's still got a strong kick going there, so it's great to see.
So, Jess, do you think that that she's got an awareness of where her competitors are at the moment? Like, it's hard when you're swimming, right? Like, you can't really see where anyone else is. All you know is, like, you might look under your shoulder a little bit and see there's a bit of space behind you, but how far, you don't really know.
Yeah, absolutely. I think she would have had a look at that first turning can as soon as she's turned at the right angle, just have a quick look back and see how much distance she does have on the girls. But I think her priority at the moment is to race her own race and not worry about who's behind her. But up comes Taylor Piskaric here. She's swimming down Maddie Spencer from Newport and slowly shortening that gap between Lizzie Wellborn. So it's great to see everyone mixing things up a little bit, so we might have a bit of a race on for second, but it's still Gemma Smith out in front. Lizzie Wellborn still with a couple of lengths on the girls there in 2.
Well, it looks like they're coming up on the Lizzie would be both Taylor and also Emily Doyle. Just trying to haul back Lizzie and get next to her again. There's this will be Carla Papak from Cronulla trying to come up as well, but still a long way in front. Gemma Smith just really got this open iron race locked up at the moment. She may even get a little bump to herself here. Not quite. Still going, grinding away into the shorey. The tide's dropping right now, right, Jess? So the waves like this are starting to break, and she's going to get away to herself here and just like further that lead. Fantastic.
Give herself a little bit of break. Rest the shoulders before she goes into this board leg. She will be aware that Lizzie Wellborn won't be too far behind her, and she does have a very strong board leg, so Gemma's going to run this transition nice and hard to try and get as much of a lead as she can on that board, and the girls have just got nothing coming in, so they're going to swim to shore, which is pretty unfortunate for them, but it's just extending the lead of Gemma Smith here.
Well, what's the psychology of this now, Jess? Do these racers now go back and go, okay, really what we're racing for is the silver here, and we're just going to bust our gut and try and get the silver?
I think mentally that's never something you should think about. You're always wanting to go for gold, and you just never know what can happen. I mean, we watched the under-19 female Ironwoman race, and Nicola Owen was so far behind going into that board leg, and she paddled them down, so anything can really happen. But when you do have such a prominent lead like Gemma Smith does, honestly, I think they are just hoping to hold on to that second place there. Lizzie Wellborn would definitely be trying to bridge the gap, but look at that lead, Gemma Smith.
It's a wave and a half. You can see Lizzie there, excellent paddling style. Her head's always lower than the hips. She's always driving into the stroke. Incredible power to weight ratio on the board. Lizzie Wellborn she's just got a mountain to climb here. It's a tricky one.
Still, it is a tricky one, and look at the rating of Gemma Smith. I mean, she's not giving up yet. She knows that Lizzie Wellborn's a fantastic paddler, and she's coming for her. But just look at that lead. But
she's stretching it out. She's got the full can lead right now. Going back there to Lizzie, behind her Emily Doyle, behind her Taylor Piscaro, and behind her I think maybe Maddie Spencer's used the board lead to come up in the 5th place, and that'll be Wanda.
Possibly Alyssa Pearce.
Probably Alyssa Pearce there.
Having a fantastic. She made her first Ocean 6 final the last round, so she's obviously in fine form at this pointy end of the season. But still, Gemma Smith, the rating's still up, the legs are powering. She's not giving up. She's head down, bum up, waiting for that the gold medal. She can probably taste it by now. I'm sure she's aware with the lead that she has, but look at that, Gemma Smith.
She's away, off she goes. Like, this is going to be a great victory for Gemma. She's going to really take this one to Aussies, I'd imagine, in the head, like thinking, wow, I can really race. I can really bring this one home.
Absolutely. The bronze last year, it's looking like the gold this year. It's definitely going to be something that she reflects back on and has a lot of positive feelings going into the Australian Championships.
That's right. Well, it looks like here that, wow, looks like Emily Doyle might have just broken away from that hack behind there. Taylor Piscaro trying to hang in there. Maddie Spencer looking to go a little bit wide, make some inroads, not quite getting there. Alyssa Pearce just still hammering away prone. A lot of prone paddling today for whatever reason. Pretty successful too, though. It looks like Spencer's maybe trying to get past Taylor here. But there it is. You know, pay attention to this great victory, ladies and gentlemen. Gemma Smith from New Minor steps off onto the sand, runs home, the New South Wales Open Ironwoman champion for 2019.
And she's got to be happy with that. What a victory. A nice little jog up to the beach to claim the Open Woman title. There's not many of them that have gone around in the year, so this will definitely be one for the book. Nice smile crossing the line there, so congratulations to her. And the race is on to the second year.
Emily wants this. She's running right past Lizzie here and just taking her out for a silver medal.
Oh, I don't think Lizzie knew that she was behind her then, but fantastic work from the girls there. Good work, Emily Doyle from the Newport Club.
Amazing.
Great finish, and Maddie Spencer taking the 4th from Newport there as well. And Taylor Piscaro crossing there, and sorry, that must have been Brittany Pearce, actually the younger Pearce there from Wanda. Here comes Nicola Owen, so she's done fantastic in the under-19s and backing up with the Open. She's got to be happy with that weekend that she's had.
Fast race there, Jess, but in the end, a pretty easy one for Gemma Smith getting home. And I'm expecting that Big Kurt, with his magnificent hat, will soon be discussing this victory with Gemma.
Absolutely.
Wow.
We can see the Open male there in the water now, ready to go. So it's race after race here, but there's Kurt with his beautiful fedora on. We'll be looking at the New South Wales Open Ironwoman champion. Over to you, Kurt.
All right, we get there. Sorry, we're just doing Phil just doing the intro to the Open Ironman final before they get going. But here now with Gemma Smith. Gemma, probably the most dominant Ironwoman race we've seen in a while. You just must be so happy now. A New South Wales Open Ironwoman champion for the first time.
Oh, it's absolutely amazing. You know, that's something that you only ever dream of as a nipper, and it's sort of something that I'd set my sights on for a while, to win an Ironwoman title at the state titles. So yeah, I was super stoked, and it's just amazing that all the Amana kids have done so well today, and it's a huge credit to our coach Trevor D. He's been doing really amazing things, and it's great to see it all start to pay off.
How you imagine that race going in your mind? Is it how you executed it? Because you didn't really put a foot wrong from the get-go. Maybe 30 seconds into that ski leg, you took control, and it was yours then, right there and then.
Yeah, I knew with ski being first that I really just had to put everything I could into it and try and get myself as big as a lead as possible going into the swim and the board. And I was just really lucky that, yeah, I managed to get out away nice and clean, and it just set me up really nicely for the rest of the race.